it's weird because I kind of remember Sue from when I was playing with Charles, but not as much. I think probably because I was so petrified of playing with Mingus and all these great musicians. So when I really got to know her was the first time I did a tour. But I mean, Sue, I have an incredible amount of respect for Sue because here's somebody who's crazy enough to not be a musician and then take almost 40 musicians on the road at different points and dealing with all these different personalities. And, you know, I really have to say I've never met a woman like Sue. And for me, I think Mingus was a master of gray areas and contradictions. You know, everybody, for instance, they write a ballad, they think of this more somber thing. Mingus, most of his ballads are walking ballads, you know. And he always, like I say, he always finds that gray area. And more when I thought about different things that he did, that was kind of his thing. You know, he had music that he wrote that's classical, but there was always this other side. There's almost like early Ellington. You know, you had music that he wrote that, you know, was jazz, but it had the Latin tinge. There was always another little aspect, you know, and I think that keeps all of his music fresh. And then it's also part of his thing about controversy, because he was always willing to question what's going on, whether it's life, politics, music, love. I mean, one of the biggest things I got from him is I don't know of any other musician, you know, till I met up with him, I don't know of any other musician who wrote pieces about people they hated. And one of the things I learned from him was that you can kind of exercise your demons and figure out how you feel about people and situations by writing music about it. It's kind of like therapy. By the time you get finished with the piece, then you've come to another kind of understanding of that person or that situation. So the music is very healing in that way, and I think he took advantage of it. So for me, I mean, he's a giant, but he's not just a giant in terms of music. There's certain people, I like to say, there's certain people who would be special if they were a plumber or if they were a gardener. They would just bring something special to that. And Charles was one of those people.